All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dable Tiger Nation. I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Bearden with us today. He's going to come and talk to us a little bit about Dable High School's golf team and Dable High School's fishing team. So, Coach Bearden, I know you don't like cold weather, so it's a little chilly in here. So if we need to get you blankets or anything, you just let me know, and we'll try to meet those needs for you. So
that'll work.
Glad to hear where you coach. Well, let's get started. So question number one, what inspired you to start coaching the fishing team and golf team at Dable High School?
Well, fishing was the easier one because when I grew up, I lived near West Point Lake, and it was like a 3-minute walk down to the lake. So I always liked fishing. I wasn't the best at it, but I loved fishing. And so when Mona Howard left as the coach, or stepped down as the coach, and I said, I'll step up to that because I enjoy being out on the water, and those kids needed somebody to let them like follow their passion, because some of these students, like one of the ones I have right now, Eli, I taught him in 7th grade as well, but every second he had, he's on YouTube Googling fishing. So these kids need an opportunity to be out there on the water, and so I said this is a perfect fit because I like fishing and it gives them a chance to be out there. For the golfing, that one was interesting because it was more like right place, right time. Mr. Ham went by and he asked one of the other coaches if they wanted to coach golf, and it didn't really fit with their schedule and what they had going on. I always wanted to get a little better at golf, and I've always enjoyed it, but
me too.
It can frustrate you more than anything.
Right.
It's a great sport, and so I said I'll step up because those same kids wanted to do it, just didn't have an opportunity. And so I said, if not me, who else is going to step up? So I said I'll do it. I just right place, right time, and so.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, we appreciate you stepping up and doing that. But one quick question before we go to the next one: have you ever thrown a golf club or bent one out of anger?
I have not, but I have definitely been frustrated out of course. Because you'll get so close to hitting a good shot, and then the very next one can go anywhere. But yeah,
that's right.
We have a few. I could tell some stories.
I bet that's for another segment, right?
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Coach. Second question is: can you describe the organization and structure of both your golf team and fishing team and how that works?
Sure. The fishing team, we only have 3 boats this year, and so ASA-BFA, the Alabama Student Angler Bass Fishing Association, they separate it into 2 divisions. They have a largemouth and a smallmouth, and what that means is just some of the teams that have a lot more boats fishing the largemouth, and if you only have like 3 boats like us or less, then you are in the smallmouth division. And what's nice about that is you fish 3 and they count your best 2.
Okay.
So that gives us a good opportunity. And the way it works is you have to fish in the fall to qualify. And that just kind of helps, especially if you have a newer angler and newer boat drivers. They get to experience what it's like. So it helps with safety. But they get out there, they fish. I don't know if you know this, but the boat captains can't do anything hardly. They can help net a fish, but that's about it. They can't tie any lures. They can't do anything. So the fall is a great time to prepare for all that. And then in the spring, we fish 4, and they count your best 3 lakes. And then you have the state championship this year will be in May.
Okay, so this May.
Yes.
All right. So let me ask you this. So as far as boat captains, you only got 3 boats. Now, is there a benefit to having more boats versus just 3, or, are you needing more boat captains, or kind of how that works?
Absolutely. We have people every year that want to join the team, but having a boat captain is the hardest thing to do. Right. They got to dedicate their time to pre-fishing, which is where we go before the date of the tournament and get some practice in, and then they dedicate their time on Saturday. And it's really hard if you take a fisherman and say you got to sit in that boat and you can't fish.
Right.
So
that's right.
But we appreciate all the boat captains that we have and have stepped up. But we have people every year that can't fish, because we can't find a boat captain.
Right.
So that is the hardest thing to do, is to find enough boat captains.
Right. I can see that. And so, what about the golf team? Tell a little bit about the structure of your golf team, kind of how you do your.
Sure.
Do y'all do tournaments, or kind of how you do your?
So it can change a little bit every year, but basically, to make a full team, you can play individually or a team.
Okay.
And so, like, when we first started, and we had Lily as a female golfer, she had to play as an individual because we didn't have enough girls to make a full team. But you have to have a minimum of 5 boys to really have a golf team.
Okay.
And you count the best 4 scores each match or tournament. And then for the girls, you have to have a minimum of 4 girls, and you count the best 3. And so the way it works during the year is you have to golf a minimum of, if you're a boy, you got to golf a minimum of 7 matches or tournaments.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's a match or a tournament.
Okay.
And then you got to have a certain handicap that you qualify for. So the lower your handicap, the better golfer you are. So the boys have to have a 26.9 handicap, and the girls have to have a 40.9 handicap.
Okay.
For 3A to qualify to fish in not just to golf in the postseason. It's hard when you
you get them confused.
But so we're on track this year for the boys to be able to play in the post. I think the boys have made the postseason every year.
Awesome. Good job.
And I'm shooting for the girls. I don't know if you know this, but last year we had our first golf team for the girls.
I didn't know
to
that.
make a full team.
Awesome.
So, and then this year we have 4 girls this year, so we also have a team. So I feel like history has been made there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job, girls.
So, because it started with Lily and then it's worked its way up, we have 4 great girls now. We have 9 boys on the team.
Okay.
This is the biggest the team has ever been.
Yeah.
But we're shooting to qualify for postseason in both teams and try to advance. I think we've made it to sub-state in the past, but we're trying to advance past that. But we try to get in any tournaments we can. We just got finished with a tournament that Prattville High School put on at RTJ, and that was an 18-hole tournament. So the more experience and the better golfers that we can play, is better for us.
Right. So a typical golf, when you're playing 18 holes, how long does that last at the high school level?
So you have to walk at the high school level. You can't caddy. So or ride the golf cart.
Right.
So it depends. It can go from if you got a group of gentlemen or females that are playing real fast, you can finish that a little over 4 hours.
Okay.
And sometimes it takes a little longer, maybe closer to 6. It just it depends.
So it can take a while, depending on the speed of the.
And then the condition, if it's real windy outside, and if it's cold, that irritates everybody.
Right. It does, don't it?
Yes, it does.
Especially the coach.
So. And it can be a little misty and rainy, but then other days it's just some days it just the balls hit like butter, and it's fast.
Right.
So
density of the air affects it a little bit.
I think something like that.
Get into weather.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Coach. The third question we have for you today is how do you balance coaching 2 different teams for yourself, and how do you work that out, scheduling, all that? So,
well, one good thing that helps us is that most of the golf courses prefer us to play during the week, Monday through Thursday. That's when they want us to play because they get real busy on the weekends and so fishing usually takes place on Saturday. So it's kind of worked out well that in most cases there really isn't too big a conflict because the golf takes place during the week. The fishing takes place on Saturday, but that's not always the case. So like this week, for example, we have 2 golf matches, one on Monday, one on Thursday.
Okay.
And then we fish Eufaula on Saturday. And since Eufaula is farther away, we do what's called pre-fishing. And pre-fishing is where you go up ahead of time, you familiarize yourself with the lake. And that's real important because you can have 200, 300 boats in a tournament, and you don't need Saturday to be the first time you've been in the water and kind of knowing what's going on. So we're going to be pre-fishing some of the boats on Thursday and Friday. Well, some of my players need to be pre-fishing on Thursday, but they're in a golf match on Thursday.
Right.
So sometimes it's more a conflict for the players to have to try to that are in both teams to try to
work that
balance
out.
both.
Now, do y'all call that, when you call it pre-fishing, is that y'all's attempt to pattern the fish, kind of see where they're at, water temperature? Do you kind of look at things like that, or?
Yeah, you kind of go and you kind of a lot of times when we pre-fish, we won't even use a full hook. You're just trying to see what the fish are biting on.
Right.
You're trying to get that data. So like some of the best fishermen out there, they keep this little journal, and it'll like they know what to do if it's cloudy, if it's sunny, if the temperature in the water is 58 or if it's 78. They know exactly what to do and kind of the pattern that's going on, and that's one of the hardest things to teach the young anglers is that it really is a bit more of a science to it. That you can't just always go by feel.
Right.
But you get out there also like safety conditions, like as it just rained and there's a lot of water out there and some logs have washed up and floating in the river or the lake or wherever we're fishing. I think it's half safety, half pattern in the fish is the way I look at it.
Safety is a big part of that. We want to be safe when we're out there. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. Number one priority.
You'd rather have a bad day pre-fishing and a good day fishing than the other way around.
Right. That's right. That's my story. That's usually the way it works out for me. So,
yeah, we've had some that they almost catch a 5-pounder on pre-fishing and won't get a bite the day of. So.
That's right.
And then it's almost always the weather's fault because it'll be a 70 and beautiful on Friday. And then 35 on Saturday when we go fishing.
Right, and with a 20-mile-an-hour wind, right?
Yes.
Yeah, north wind, right. That's right. What are the main goals and objectives for the fishing team and golf team this season?
Sure. We have started out with the fishing team with some great performances. So we got 4th place overall for smallmouth division in our first tournament and our second tournament. So point-wise, we started out great. I didn't explain that earlier. It's based on a point system for the so like the most points you can earn, let's say, is 900, and then or 300, I mean, and then for each boat. And so if you're first place, you get 300. Your second place, 299. It kind of goes down from there. And so they count our best 2, and then it goes from there. And so we have really good points for the overall team of the year, which is what we go for.
Okay.
And so because we started out so well, we have a strong possibility that we'll be making it to the qualifier for we will qualify for the state championship. And so
that's pretty exciting.
It is very exciting. And so we have Eufaula this weekend to try to make our 3rd tournament even better than we had before. So, because they count our best 3. So we're shooting this weekend to have a really good Eufaula tournament to start in the best position that we can for state championship. Because the state championship is kind of 2 in 1. You have the actual physical, just the tournament itself, and you can how you place in it, and then they add up the team of the year, and that's done after the state championship tournament.
Okay.
So it's kind of like 2 tournaments in 1, really, because you got all of the whole season and you've got that specific tournament. And so our goal this year is to I think the best we've done in the past is 5th place for team of the year. And so we want to do even better than that this year.
Absolutely.
If we can.
Top 3.
Yes, that's right.
Go winning.
Golf this year, we have a pretty good position. We have 2 seniors, Luke and Hunter, and we've got some pretty good juniors and sophomores as well. And so we're looking to make it past sub-state this year and go even farther in the postseason than we ever done before. And then we also are looking to make it to the postseason for the first time in history with the girls. And so
awesome.
We're working really hard to try to keep advancing and getting better. But also because we have 2 seniors this year, and we have that's going to be a loss to the team, and it's going to hurt when they leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we have 7 other boys that are on the team this year, and so for those particular individuals, we are coaching them up for next year. So our goal is they're the future of the golf team.
Right.
And so let's set them up. So sometimes I won't put them in a match that week. I'll put them out there with one of the other coaches that I have, and they'll get more coaching and they'll get more practice in. Yeah. That's really the goal, is they are the future of our team.
Right. Investing in those younger ones. Absolutely.
So we have some up and coming stars. We have Benton will be a senior next year, and Philip Baker. And then we've got 2 really young 7th graders that are going to be a really good asset to the team in the future. A little Remy and Brian, and then,
that's encouraging to hear too. Is you want these guys and girls to kind of start early, and golf's not something we've always had, so it's better to start early and start building those fundamentals and get the right foundation laid. So that's encouraging to hear. That's great. So
absolutely, and so we just want to set up for the years to come, and because we want to keep building the program, because it's a great sport, and I think that fishing and golf are both sports that speak to more than just the sport itself.
Right.
So, like, to me, they're great analogies for life. Like, you may have the best day fishing, and you may have the worst day fishing. Just like you may have great days in life, and you may have awful days in life. Or you can have a great round of golf, and you can have a terrible round of golf the very next day. And so we got to train these young men and young women to how do I deal with these ups and downs, just like how you deal with ups and downs in life.
That's right. That's great. Absolutely. All right, Coach, last question we got for you. How do you recruit and select new team members for each sport?
Sure. One of the best ways we actually do it is through social media. We get the word out. We get a lot of questions from parents like, hey, when can we sign up for the golf team, or when can we sign up for the fishing team? But we do our best to get the word out to the school, and then the students also help trying to recruit other people. Like I think the students helped recruit 4 of the guys this year.
Oh wow, so that's cool.
That really helps. But we get a lot of interest in both. But we sign up usually in the fall, right before school starts or right as school starts. So that's the best time if you're a parent with a kid that wants to play golf or wants to fish. Right around August, that's when you need to be messaging. You can message the Facebook page. You can call up to the school. You can have your kid go ask. We want more golfers, and we want more fishermen.
Absolutely. Well, awesome, man. Well, Coach, we thank you for joining us today. But before we go, we'd like to just kick it to you. And if there's anything you'd like to say to our community or anybody you'd like to thank,
absolutely.
Please go ahead.
First, I'd like to thank the other coaches that kind of helped. So with fishing, Mr. Billy Bryan is a really big help. And then one of the parents is Miss Penny Hall. Really helped setting up every single tournament. Helps up with setting up the food and the table and the tent and all of that. And all the parents especially are helpful. And then on the golf team, we have Mr. Coach Philip Baker and Coach Kenny Wallace help a lot, because they help out with a swing coach and really kind of helping the kids get better at the fundamentals. And so that's a big aspect. But the community is a huge help. Yeah. We couldn't do fishing and we couldn't do golf without the community and the businesses in it and those giving back to help. And so I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's ever helped the golf and the fishing team. And thank you. And we've enjoyed a lot of success, and it's all thanks to y'all. So we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. And just to echo that, thank you guys for your love and support and pouring into these kids. And one fact you may not know about Coach Bearden is just to kind of let you know who he is. He loves snakes. So if you got a snake problem, hey, give him a call. He'll come take care of your snake problem. So don't kill it. Just call you first, right?
Just call me. I'll come take care.
There you go. That's right. Well, thank you, guys. You see our hats we got lined up here. We got some DTN hats we're going to try to roll out in the future. So if you like what you see, let us know, and we'll get that lined up in the future. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome back to DTN. It's great interview, right?
That was good, Josh.
Yeah, I like old Mav, Maverick, Bradley Maverick Bearden. Man, he's a pretty cool guy, dude.
He is.
Like you said, he's like an amateur herpetologist, huh?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Love snakes, not me, not this guy.
Well, he's in the right coaching profession. You got fishing and golf, so that's a lot of
Outdoors. Right. That's right.
Well, I appreciate what he does, man. That is no small task. He's coaching 2 different teams, trying to coordinate. And 2, that's dedication.
Yeah.
I mean, that is utter dedication right there to the school and the community.
Yeah, just to build on that, he told us he started coaching where he took over the fishing team 2016. So
Right.
this started his 9th year on coaching fishing, and I think he told us golf was 2020. Kind of cut a little short, I think, because of COVID, but he's really dedicated to that, and so really appreciate what he brings to the table there with his dedication.
Absolutely.
And they can learn from that.
Absolutely.
Can learn from that.
Yes. Well, I appreciate him, and I'm sure the kids do, and the parents do too. And if you want to give to those programs, I'm sure that they would greatly appreciate it. And listen, they're always looking for boat drivers, for boat captains.
Right.
We got other teams here in the county that's got 17 boats. Dable's got 3.
Right.
We can step up as a community and do that kind of thing. There's somebody that loves fishing that much and loves Dable that much.
That's right. Especially if you're a retiree, you got a boat and you love to fish, and you could kind of partner with Coach Bearden and reach out to him. He can explain the process, and they would love to have you, and that'll give more opportunities for other kids to go fish.
Absolutely.
And they offer fishing scholarships at the next level of colleges. Yes. So you never know, your contribution could help a child or kid get a scholarship to pay for their education. So that's huge.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's all for today. And hey, give some feedback on what you think about our interviews. Hey, give us some feedback on what you think about our DTN hats right here. Really excited about those, and maybe we'll have them out for y'all to purchase here soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Josh.
All right.
Thank y'all. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.